Timbers Army, Emerald City RC. We got a derby.
Absolutely. Derby at both ends. Because we have, let me show this real quick. Hopefully this works out. We do have this set up here. If we ever need to dive in to our main game in the other division, we can switch it up right here. So you get to see EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose alongside Timbers Army versus Emerald City RC. But for now, both teams are waiting. We're waiting on both sets of matches to get ready. So for now, let's just give a quick preview for both these matchups. Andrea, you know a good bit about the Emerald City sides, but
yeah,
they're facing off against their Cascadia rivals. Should we throw form out of the window here?
I don't know. I think Timbers Army been really good this year. Emerald City RC been pretty good as well. So this is a match between two teams who know how to win a game. So it's going to be close. I mean, Timbers Army are they second or first right now? I can't remember in SGL Premier.
Timbers Army at the top.
Yeah, first. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So yeah, they are. I know I've commentated one of their matches. They're very scary. They're a scary team. So can you give me the lobby code?
I will. Yep. Don't worry. Getting that set up.
Okay. I'm excited though. I'm excited. I thought that we would have a little bit more time between our game and this, but I mean we're just going, and that's awesome. Just gotta get the adrenaline down.
Oh yeah.
That's something that I've noticed about SGL that you wouldn't expect, right? You know, league for fun. You know, we're doing this because we like Rocket League, we like MLS, and yet sometimes my heart it pings. You know.
I get it. I mean, these matches could get incredibly intense. I mean, your matchup was super intense right there. So, you know, don't want to be in your shoes, honestly, because I would have been stressing out and sweating, like massively sweating.
Oh, the pop off when we tied up 3-3 though. That was a moment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We are waiting to get people in.
Yeah,
we are pretty soon.
Absolutely. If I'm silent, that's why. Just bear with us for a sec.
So we are seeing so far Loyboy, Rydog, Piglet in for Timbers Army, and we don't know who is going to be in for ECRC yet.
So waiting for that team to join up. Yep.
But from the SGL Discord, it looks like they have their full contingent on, so it's going to be some decisions for them. For who... Oh, that's EC Defiance.
Yeah, the other matchup has kicked off right now.
Oh.
EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose going. Whilst we still wait for Timbers Army versus ECRC to kick off.
And a little bit of information. It looks like ECRC is going to have Honored One, Toad, and Utopia. Those are the three that are in our Discord call over here. I can see from the little locked channel. So I think that's who we're going to have playing. So Rydog, Loyboy, Piglet versus Honored One, Toad, Utopia. How are you looking forward to this match?
Wait, their lineup's out? I didn't even know.
It's not. I just see them in the Discord, and there's only 3 of them.
Oh. So R1, that's R7, and that's Gojo. So Gojo,
Yeah.
Toad, and Utopia. Yeah, that's a good trio. Probably their strongest trio, not gonna lie. So Timbers Army gonna have their work cut out for them, but I think they look forward to playing against tough opponents anyways.
Do they know that they're supposed to be joining up, or?
Not sure why it's taking so long, but we'll see.
It's fair though. These things can be, you know, there they are. Yeah, these things could be a little confusing, especially when you've got all hyped up and you're ready for the moment. You know, you don't want to think about a lobby code.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Park scoring. First score over on EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose on our other derby match for the night. Axe and Rose, great team. One of the more beatable teams though, and EC Defiance can be absolutely menacing. So we're gonna see a good game here from two teams that know how to win. And Green Mario putting it 2-0. And we're about to go on this Timbers Army versus ECRC match. Here we go. Toaddeath just going to take a quick kickoff, and we are in.
Indeed, we are.
Who wants to...
Sorry, go ahead.
Keep going. No, keep going.
I was just saying, as AGD Delight gets one back for Axe and Rose. They were looking pretty rough, going 2-0 down quite quickly, but they respond back with almost a bit of immediacy. Hopefully, Timbers Army don't suffer the same fate as their Timbers counterparts in Axe and Rose. So far, it's been very even, very cagey as well, but big double right there, Andrea. And another follow-up, Piglet getting the goal to kick things off in the Premier Cup matchup. 1-0 to Timbers Army.
Rydog with a nice little pin against the wall keeps the momentum going left, and you know, pretty easy one to finish. You know, if you give them that, they're gonna score.
Oh, absolutely. This is looking really good for Timbers Army as well. Anytime they get the first goal, they get to take control. And now they follow up with a second, Andrea. Rydog with a powerful shot to the far post.
Yes. And I'm already sensing that with two Timbers teams and two Sounders teams, it's going to be really hard to commentate these two matches. But that is a beautiful little shot, and they're just taking open nets when they find them. And that is... I mean, they're creating open nets, too. Timbers Army kind of menacing this first match.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of menacing, I mean, typically you get to see some really
Utopia
nice...
with a nice shot to middle.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Nice shot. Gojo! Wow, what a shot right there. Speaking of nice shots.
Yeah, Utopia he puts it center, and then Piglet tries to do something defensive, but he puts it backboard. Gojo able to just knock that down off the ass end of his car.
Now, I will say this. Typically, players tend to have, like, more menacing, looking cars, but Loyboy's coming out with his festive Dominus right there. What are your thoughts on that?
I prefer it. I prefer a nice festive car. I like somebody who has some style. He doesn't care about looking menacing. You know, I run Hatsune Miku because I think it's funny.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, ECRC sort of seems to be settling into this match. You know, they got a little... They were getting kind of, I don't know, surprise, shocked. They didn't feel as into it before, and now we got a match on our hands instead of just Timbers Army doing crazy shit on them.
Yeah, I mean, that goal comes up clutch. It gets them settled in right now. But even then, Timbers Army keeping up the pressure really well. They're just boost-starving this ECRC side. No boost yet for Gojo and Utopia. And Gojo gets it right on time just as Utopia passes the ball out to him, but just couldn't get...
Even without boost, though, they're creating an attack here. They're just playing a lot better than they did for the first minute of this game. And that's a nice hit over center, but he doesn't have runners.
Tries to go for a musty as well. Loyboy just really couldn't get it off, but still gets enough to allow his teammates to get settled. Ooh, that double commit's not good, though.
Loyboy's a clip farmer. He always wants something nice. He's very mechanically gifted. Gojo trying to hit that center, but can't. Oh, EC Defiance over here have won their first match against Axe and Rose. Pretty close match, 2-1. Looks like Parks had an amazing game. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save in a game with not much in the way of attack. So, yeah.
Good start for them. Meanwhile, in the Premier, Timbers Army is still up 2-1, but ECRC are slowly growing into it. But Timbers Army, when they take the lead, they're so tough to break open. They can build up a solid wall in front of their net and defend incredibly. I think their defensive rotation is probably the best in all of SGL. And they're showing it right here. But, what? I was going to say, but Toe Death equalizes, and yet he misses. That's one of the easiest goals he could have scored.
I mean, the easier ones are sometimes the harder ones. You freak out. You have so much time to do it, and you know the mental just it takes over. You're just like, damn, I just freaked out. I panicked.
Oh my god! The last person I would expect to miss is Toad. Typically, he gets those in really easily, and now Timber's
Piglet with a shot.
Oh my god! I'm still flabbergasted, Andrea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm championship and I'm Diamond 1, so I miss those all the time. But yeah, at their level, you don't see it as much. But I think even some of the best players, sometimes you just miss something simple, and it's just something you got to live with.
Meanwhile, you have Loyboy trying to recreate his goal against El Matador, getting the musty off, but ECRC able to deal with that off the backboard. Still 2-1 to Timber's Army.
Oh, to Gojo! Oh, it's just a little too high. Utopia, same thing, but it just gets pinned under Loyboy. Gojo trying to put that center. Utopia trying to get it in off the corner back to the center. Toad Death not able to really do much with it. It's kind of too much in the air. They need it. They need it a little faster. Shot! Rydog save! And it's not looking good for ECRC over here. They're going to try to keep it up, but that's looking like it's headed for the ground. Gojo able to keep it up in the air. Toad Death can't get a pop-up, and that is the game. Close game here.
Wow.
But Timber's Army take game 1.
That was really close, Andrea. That was a really good effort from ECRC as well. But when this Timber's Army team takes the lead, they take over, and defensively, they're a very tough nut to crack. Seeing it once again. You got to get the first goal against the Timber's Army team in order to stand a chance.
All right. So, what extra game modes are you excited to see?
Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to Rumble, but I do enjoy the chaos.
I'm seeing some 3v3s over on. God, with the Sounders and Timbers teams, it's so hard. Over on EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose, I think we might be looking at some Rumble over there on the left.
Oh my god. Did they actually go with Rumble? Well, we'll see if they get a power
I think they might have. Either they went Rumble or they decided to play a 3v3, which I'm not sure is in the spirit of this. And that's Rumble. There are some spikes. And some spikes are driving it in. Birdnano with a Spikes goal playing running back there. Just sort of flying through the air with the ball on his nose. You'd think that would be nose always nose, but not this time.
What a start, too, for EC Defiance. Getting the lead against this Axe and Rose team.
Indeed. And that's what you want. I mean, if they establish that they're also winning in the extra modes, that's going to allow them to establish a little bit of dominance. Maybe talk about a sweep, maybe talk about a 4-1. Whereas when you see games like what we just saw, the one I played in, I mean, if the other team is beating you at the extra modes, they have a way back in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Still waiting for the second game to get set up. Just making sure everything's good to go.
And it's looking like we are going to have Loyboy, Piglet, and Nelly versus Utopia, Toad Death, and Gojo. A little bit of rotation from Timber's Army here, and it looks like they might be playing Rumble as well. These bastards.
Well, 2 matches. Cascadian
2
derbies. Both in Forbidden Temple, and they're both playing Rumble. Well, there you go.
Yep. They know I'm commentating, I guess. I genuinely think it's become the meme. I'm not sure if it's just because of me. I think Rumble's just memey. It's, as we see the spikes from Gojo, I think it's a funny thing to do. As much as I hate it. Nelly gonna put the spikes on there, just try to jump around, avoid Utopia over here, but it's not working out. Toad Death has a weird little pool shot. I'm not sure how that works, but with the power-ups, you never know how somebody's getting to move the way they're moving. Utopia almost with a beautiful little running back carry there into the goal. And we are seeing things that are hard to understand here in Game 2.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of insane defending as well. Spikes is not easy to defend against, and both teams have done a terrific job, especially when they start to get the power-ups going. Piglet got a second chance, still gets booted out. Great defending from both teams right here.
You actually see an effective use of the boot to get rid of a player with spikes. And that's actual, genuine strategic use, which in Rumble, it can really be hard to even really understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
when you're able to do something like that and use the power-up as intended and not break your own brain, that's just a really good Rocket League player. Even though I do hate the mode, I have to admit that there are parts of it that do take actual skill.
And they're showing it right there. Somehow that ball stays out of the blue net, too.
The plunger!
What a save from Piglet!
And over here, Green Mario getting a goal to bring it up 3-1 with another plunger. 2 plungers at once, and what even happened over here?
Piglet setting himself up. Gets the punch.
From Piglet.
94 miles per hour, 151 kilometers per hour, and Alan's bangersonly.com radar gun. And that is an absolute banger of a shot, thanks to the boxing glove.
Gojo playing some nice normal Rocket League, getting it center, but Piglet playing some nice normal defense. Utopia, I don't know who got the freeze off, but it's a really good one. But Nelly has the plunger, not able to do much with it, just puts it to the other side. Piglet gonna make a nice normal shot. Gojo, nice not normal punch. Toad Death not able to stop that with the tornado, and we're getting in some dangerous territory here. Utopia not able to get the backflip. Piglet gonna just push that in with some normal Rocket League. I mean, it's not normal Rocket League because of all the other stuff going on, but what Piglet did, normal Rocket League.
Okay, once the chaos established itself, Piglet took advantage, cleaned it up, and Piglet gets a brace. It's crazy how much Piglet has developed after his incredible match against El Matador in the league. He has stepped it up big time, and now it's becoming one of the mainstays in this Timbers Army lineup.
Indeed, he has been great tonight. He's also been great with Rumble, which I don't know if they have a conversation with each other, like who here is best at Rumble, or if they just sort of let it ride because nobody really knows how they translate. But yeah, he's been pretty good this match.
Absolutely, and I think it helps that, you know, he's been practicing with the better players, and he's starting to get used to them, getting his own skills developed as well. It helps when you play with and against better players, and it's starting to show.
Do you know what rank he is?
Piglet? I think he's around Diamond 3,
Yeah.
probably heading up to
Oh,
Champ
that's
1.
not bad. Yeah. I mean, I'm Diamond 1, so I consider that pretty good, but different perspectives, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Loyboy trying to do some clips there, but it's Rumble, so he just gets teleported away.
Meanwhile, in the other matchup, EC Defiance versus Axon Rose. It is 3-3.
Nelly.
And speaking of threes, Andrea, Timbers Army get their third.
Oh, and over here, it was 1-3. They tied it up. That's interesting. So AGD Light, the Dark, you know, they have freaking Axon Rose. Oh my god. This is such a mind melter. Axon Rose have actually tied things up after being down 3-1. And that was a beautiful plunger goal, I'd like to point out. Like, that was very good use of the power-ups. There's so many things happening at once. And it looks like the punch, if you're too far away, just doesn't even punch it. I did not know that. Gojo gonna try to hit this, but there's some weird, funky freeze stuff going on. Tornado ain't gonna do much. Toadette with a nice shot, but Piglet with the strong power-up just sort of like pushes that so fast. Spikes from Gojo, but it's just gonna get hit out by Piglet. Utopia, nice little normal clearance. Another normal clearance. Toadette, normal push down the field, but then he gets booted away. Gojo, nice shot! Just a little bit off. Loyboy pushing that out. And over here, we have overtime in Axon Rose versus EC Defiance. Axe and Rose was way down, but they were able to push it into overtime, and they're going to be happy to see that.
Meanwhile,
as Piglet puts this away, we are going to have Timbers Army winning game 2.
And that's big for them as well. Getting the extra mode, the alternate game mode win against ECRC, going 2-up. I like to view this as a break point. Like, you know how you get a break point in tennis? That's pretty much what they're getting right here.
Oh, you can use tennis allegories with me anytime I used to play tennis.
There you go. I love that. Love to hear that.
So over here we have, let me pop this out. Over here we have a very long overtime. I mean, Rumble has so many weird power-ups. You'd think the overtimes would take a little bit less time, but oh, nose! Gonna just say, I'm gonna grab this with some spikes when it's right next to that post, and I'm just gonna like run that right in. Oh, look at that! That's an interesting goal.
It's incredibly unfortunate for them as well. EC Defiance taking a 2-0 lead. Axe and Rose, tried as they might, had an incredible game 2 right there, but EC Defiance come through and they see off Axe and Rose.
And so we have both games over here 2-0 at the moment. So things are looking really good for those that are up and really bad for those that are down. Axe and Rose, they need to sort of scramble, and Emerald City RC, they also need to scramble because they've been beaten in 3v3s and they've been beaten in extra modes. I mean, next time they'll maybe get a better extra mode. I think they picked Rumble for the meme, but it's just not something that I feel like you can predict how well you're going to do as much as a lot of other modes. But we're going to see some normal Rocket League here in a second.
Both ends,
as we have Nelly, Loy Boy, and Rydog versus Toad Death, Utopia, and Gojo. Here we go for game 3. Can Emerald City RC turn this around and get back in this?
Well, they have a good shot right here because they had a good start, but it's always tough when Timbers Army break out their strongest trio, Loy Boy, Nelly, and Rydog. I think Timbers Army sniffed blood. They're looking to finish us off almost instantly.
Centered by Utopia, but Nelly just slaps that out of there. And Nelly gonna push that forward, kind of rolls off Utopia towards the net, but it's too slow. Rydog able to push it out. And it looks like we're still getting people over on Axe and Rose versus EC Defiance. But pretty soon we will be in, as it seems like the match is set up. But Utopia gonna push this center, gets demoed. Rydog. Toad Death pushes that out. That's an attack for ECRC. Utopia gonna try to center this. Just easily hit out. Gojo centers again. Easily hit out by Rydog. Lloyd Boy with a shot. He's gonna try to get this off backboard. Can't get the second hit. And we're playing some back and forth. So this is that was a dangerous ball, but there's really nobody there. Gojo gonna just try to put this center. Toad Death with the shot. Lloyd Boy pops it over. As we are started over on X and Rose versus EC Defiance. What are you looking for in game 2 over on the other end of the championship? Or game 3?
So, Axe and Rose have tried all they could to get a win. They were very close on both ends. I think for them, they just need a break of luck. They need some bit of luck to go their way. They need a mistake, just like that. Can they get the first goal? No, they cannot. That's what I'm talking about, Andrea. They just need things to start going their way. Because I think they're playing their best Rocket League yet.
Yeah, I do think 3v3s is a better place for a turnaround, to turn things around, because you feel like, okay, we beat them on our own merits. That's what a 3v3 win when you're down 2-0 is going to make you feel like, and I think the mental is a big part of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, maybe you beat them in Rumble, and it's a little wacky, and you're like, ha ha ha, but like, you beat them 3v3, that's Rocket League. That's the game. So you beat them 3v3, you can beat them at anything. And that's the sort of confidence boost you need.
Absolutely. I mean, we kind of saw that, you know, from Frontera Azul. They were winning their 3v3s early on. That's why they were able to stay in. And then, of course, that Game 7 happened. So, at the end of the day, you're right. The 3v3s are what matter.
My heart breaks for that Game 7 still. There's some dangerous territory here, but Utopia just going to hit that off the backboard. And there's a very defensive, conservative game going on here.
Both ends, by the way. Both matches are still 0-0, surprisingly.
I mean, there's only 2 minutes left, and we haven't seen a goal here. I mean, we have players like Loyboy, we have players like Gojo, and we haven't seen any goals. This has been some close shit. Rydog gonna push that out, says, nah, I don't like that danger. You know, they're always having somebody at net when they need it, and both teams just defending really well, and it's really gonna be who breaks first.
Well, this might be the chance for ECRC, but Toad Death just didn't have the boost to keep it going. Goes over the ball as well. Still no corner boost for him. He has to go back now. Now Loyboy versus Gojo. What a save from Gojo.
Loyboy nearly gets his clip.
That is absolutely clutch from Gojo right there, Andrea, and they needed that.
Yes.
ECRC still
in it.
They're
going to try to crit an attack now. Toad Death's going to try to push this over. It's a little bit too much force against the wall. It just sort of pins against it. And Gojo going to try to do some free play shit here. Just denied by Loyboy. Utopia, more free play shit. Try to hit it? Nah. Nelly just in the right place. Everybody is doing really good rotation. They're playing very conservatively. And we might even, I don't want to commentary curse it, but we might even go to overtime here. 0-0, which, how many 0-0 overtimes do you see? That's really close! And it's still not in! Oh, Loyboy! It's just left right in front of the net too damn long, and Utopia needs to get a hit there, but he's just in an awkward position as Timbers Army are looking like they might go 3-0 here.
And you know what's crazy? Right at the same time, EC Defiance take the lead as well. And both teams in blue waited a while for their first goal, but they finally get it.
Oh, Birdman are going to make it 2-0, say, we're taking this home. Okay, so we're going to see some desperation time from both teams unless something crazy happens here. In this 1-0 match, and the crazy thing goes the wrong way. Loyboy gets his clip, and we are headed to Game 4 with one team up 3, and we might be heading to the same thing over on Axe and Rose versus EC Defiance.
It's crazy how much they're mirroring each other, Andrea. I don't think I was expecting this, but you know what? There you go.
Well, on one side, it's the Sounders team, and on the other side, it's the Timbers team.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
You get a little bit of both. There's a little bit for both fans. A little bit to hate, a little bit to love.
Absolutely.
Oh, we have a Rule 1 over here on EC Defiance versus Axe and Rose. And Bizbo taking advantage of the 2v2. And that looks like that's going to be... I mean, there's still a minute. You can come back from it, but it's desperation time here for Axe and Rose.
So he won, though. They're back in it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was moving it in a pop-up window so I can actually see the game better. Bizbo gonna get a nice save there. Borf just is able to get the rebound. We're going to Snow Day over here in Timbers Army versus Emerald City RC.
Gotta get the festivities going. I mean, Loyboy and Nelly both had their Christmas-themed liveries out, so no surprises there.
ECRC hoping for some Blizzard Wizard shit right now. And over here, it is looking like EC Defiance is going to go up 3-0, but we have 30 seconds to score 2 goals. It's not undoable. It's something that I think we have seen. I think we might have seen it in that Game 7 earlier in our game. Heart breaks for that, though. Oh! Ah, nearly in, but yeah, 20 seconds for a miracle, or else we are headed to Game 4. Oh! Borf! Makes it 3-2, 14 seconds in a dream.
Oh
and
my
over
God.
on Timbers Army versus ECRC. We are going to Game 4. Timbers Army up 3-0, and we are looking at some snow day. And over here, I really want to focus on this game with 14 seconds left because we could see something crazy. Parks is putting it in their end, though, so they need to get something started now. Borf pushing it center. Oh, it's too hard to hit. It's still in the air for them, but it hits the ground, and EC Defiance just their comeback destroyed. Over here, ECRC getting a goal, coming up above them coming up with a lead in their Game 4 where they really, really need it. Utopia able to sort of hit that out. Snow Day can be one where you really misjudge the hits too. So, what is going on over here? We are picking Tokyo, old school Tokyo Underpass?
No, don't worry about that. Just map selection
I thought
stuff.
we were picking...
No, that's not gonna happen.
I love Rocket Lab's maps.
I used to enjoy them back in the day, but, you know, Psionics killed that eventually, which makes sense if you're gonna go into a competitive esport kind of game modes, but whatever.
We should do Cube. We should do Cube next year.
I mean, if we're talking about mutations,
that's my petition.
That could be something to do as like a fun event on the side. But you know, you're still getting a bit of fun right here. Snow Day action at the moment. Nelly trying to go for a flip reset. And I think both of those teams wanted Snow Day. They got Snow Day. ECRC though taking advantage of it.
How are you gonna flip reset a puck, man?
In theory, it's easier than you think. Larger surface area.
But you don't always know how it's gonna respond to your hits. It's so funky as Utopia gonna try and push it out. Utopia getting it 2-0. They could get themselves back into this if they just, you know, they gotta maintain this for 3 minutes.
Oh, this is huge.
And it's sometimes it's almost like you don't want to score early, you know? I've noticed this a lot where it's like, oh god, we scored early. We're screwed. But why are we looking at Snow Day again? EC Defiance, Axon Rose.
Interesting, isn't it?
Interesting. We're gonna see some Snow Day parallels. Axon Rose looking to do what ECRC is doing right now, but that might be snuffed out by Timbers Army getting a goal to make it 2-1. Nelly with a nice little shot on an open net, and you know, it's scoring early. It can suck sometimes, but ECRC still in control. We'll see where this goes. Gojo gonna try to do some crazy shit. Just really can't hit it like a regular soccer ball, though.
That's
and
a challenge.
That sort of goes sideways.
The puck behaves differently as well. It won't roll and twirl like an actual soccer ball, so you have to be ready for that. Both teams are doing a decent job right here, though.
Yeah, both teams are playing almost like it's normal. I mean, obviously there's so many differences, but they are able to do stuff through the air right now, and that is always something that's like a ground pinch in Snow Day. Like, they're doing things that you wouldn't expect people to do on Snow Day! Like that! A pass through the air, and just some beautiful combo play from Gojo and Utopia.
That's a huge third as well for ECRC. They have been struggling throughout this matchup, but the Snow Day choice has worked out perfectly for them. Might they get a chance to get themselves on the board and keep this cup match going? Oh my god, what a pitch.
Lizard Wizards over here as there's a shot. One of the hardest shots I've seen. Piglet off of the rebound. They don't clear quick enough, and they are punished.
Meanwhile, in the other match, EC Defiance take a quick lead with just more than 15 seconds played. They're up 1-0. And now they're getting up 2-0.
Nose. 2-0. Not looking good for Axon Rose. This Rhydog is going to tie this up. ECRC's comeback looking fragile right now. And that's an own goal.
That is absolutely insane, by the way, that ECRC were looking comfortable, looking good, and then one goal goes in, and after that another goal goes in, and just like that, it's a tie game. And there's still a lot of time for Timbers Army.
Scoring early, man. It's you know, you get into sort of like a shell, and you become too confident, and it becomes hard to maintain.
Hopefully
Nelly gonna push this into the corner. Utopia is here to do something with it, but it bounces right over him in a weird puck sort of way. And yeah, we're in a tie game, and for ECRC, you have to be thinking, this is not how this was going. This is not how this was supposed to go. We're up 3-0. What the hell, man? And Nelly gonna get a shot stopped by Gojo. Beautiful stuff to the air on something that's quite hard to do that.
big pitch to the opposite end as well. Timbers Army still keeping themselves in it. One win.
Shot! Death! Oh. Gojo has to hit this to safety. That off of such a beautiful attack and comes to nothing. And he tries to get a flipper hit off the ceiling, but it's not moving how he wants it to. Gojo has to hit that off the wall. Utopia gonna get a nice clear. Piglet, same thing. Center, center, center. It's just things just do not go in as easily here. Over here, it's still 2-0. Borf sort of driving it forward. Bisbo, Green Mario. It's desperation time for Axe and Rose. As it is desperation time for ECRC. But if you're ECRC, you're in a little better of a position than Axe and Rose, where you are at least tied. You know that if you do not do something right now, you will at least go to overtime. You're going to have a shot here. And so, can't get a flip reset, but it just sort of falls harmlessly. It's going to go on the wall. They're going to get one more attack at this. Gojo's going to try some crazy shit, but it really looks like it's just going to hit the ground, and we're going to overtime. Game 4, ECRC Timbers Army. If Timbers Army can pull this out, it is over. If ECRC can pull this out, we are going to 3v3s. We are going to see if they can keep this going, maybe even reverse sweep. It's all to play for here.
I'm still surprised that we might have the potential of 2 sweeps right here, side by side, because Axe and Rose are still struggling to get a goal. I mean, we saw Timbers Army come back. Axe and Rose have just less than 2 minutes remaining. Might we see a game winner from Timbers Army? What a save! Now Gojo brings it out to the other end. What a shot! What a goal! And ECRC are now on the board.
Gojo keeps it alive with one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life on snow day. That little flick through the air is crazy.
That is absolute cinema right there, by the way. What a shot. Damn.
Oh my god, and you can see Gojo 657. He was crazy in that game.
Oh, he absolutely woke up, and he wanted a victory for ECRC, dragging them out of that troublesome situation.
Gojo came up there and said, let's go, reverse sweep. We're looking for it. As over here, Green Mario putting that 4-0, it's looking like a sweep in Axe and Rose versus EC Defiance. EC Defiance looking like they are going to advance in that loser's bracket. Axe and Rose look like they might be going home.
This is unfortunate as well. They faced off against the Rebellion and got swept in the upper bracket. Now they're facing off against EC Defiance. They played incredibly well too, but this EC Defiance team has just been too much for them. I mean, they've had really close calls too, Andrea. It's not like they're getting convincingly swept. This is like the first game where they're losing convincingly, you know? So it's just unfortunate the way this has ended for them here so far.
Yeah. So, it's looking pretty bad for Axe and Rose. We'll see if maybe they can do something, but, yeah, over here, we are going into a 3v3. Oh, no, we're not. We're going into a 3v3. ECRC has managed to keep themselves alive, and that is something. Maybe that gives them the confidence they need to win a 3v3 here.
Well, we shall see. We have seen reverse sweeps in the league. There's always a chance of a reverse sweep in the cup. You never know. Meanwhile, at the other match, game set match, 5-0 up, 13 seconds to go. EC Defiance remain alive, and they will face off against Steel Army in the lower quarterfinal. As for Axe and Rose Andrea, their cup
not able to do much.
Over.
Oh, Toad Death can't finish it. Oh, it's a beautiful attack, and Toad Death, nobody's in the right place to finish it off. The initial shot is almost in, and then there's a beautiful rebound. It's just sitting there juicy in the center, but they really can't do anything with it. And EC Defiance is officially the winner against Axe and Rose and will advance. And over on this end, Rydog. Now this game, our full focus. Rydog is going to try to end it here. He has put his shot in. They are up 1-0.
Oh, that is... What a start for Timbers Army as well. After the setbacks they've had to deal with in Snow Day, they're coming into this 3v3 regular game mode with a vengeance. And Piglet going for the second off of the post. Unlucky ricochet right there. ECRC breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, he gets a shot on open net and he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it on target, but Gojo is going to push this. Yeah, I can't get that Gojo. I can't get Gojo's hit out of my mind in that Snow Day game. That's got to be goal of the week. I know it's Snow Day, but that's crazy.
Oh, even that, yeah, it's an incredible finish for sure.
I think the Snow Day part actually makes it more crazy. Utopia are going to try to push this forward, but Rydog able to just slow its momentum. There's some weird stuff going on here in the middle. Loyboy trying to push this center. That could be really dangerous, but Rydog is just not far forward enough. Toad Death going to try to create an attack here. It's through center. Piglet's going for it. Your Gojo going to push this out. We got a demo here. This could be dangerous. Rydog able to just get the right hit on it. Loyboy trying to go for his clip. Toad Death just harmlessly sort of pokes that out. But, 1-0 team that keeps beating you in 3v3s. We'll see how this goes.
ECRC have done a decent job of alleviating the pressure that they had to deal with, but right now Timbers Army just look incredibly comfortable. Anytime the ball enters the blue half, every single player in that Timbers Army side just feels, at home defending and bringing the ball out of the back. ECRC, meanwhile, need to go back and get their boost on every single occasion. And that bit of time is enough for Timbers Army to bring the ball forward and potentially get a second. Just no...
Utopia is going to push an attack here, though. Gojo trying to do some crazy shit. Loyboy is able to get the save, though. And that's their one attack. They all have to go back. They're just... It's not enough chances! Piglet off a beautiful pass from Loyboy.
The team with the festive spirit on display gets the second goal. Great pass right there. Great 1-2 between Piglet and Loyboy. Piglet playing incredibly in this match against a good ECRC side. He's now making it count here. 3-1 up in the matchup, 2-0 in this game 5. I mean, they're looking good to proceed to the upper final, aren't they? Sorry, to the lower quarterfinal.
Toad Death is not there. He's going for demos, and that is a missed opportunity.
Really close right there as well. And it's those chances that they have to make count.
Just loses a 50. Utopia trying to push this to the corner. Loyboy knows where to put it. It's just they don't have as many chances, and when they miss stuff, it's over, And they got to go defend again. Toad Death just going to hit that harmlessly up there. Utopia can't hit it. That could be a dangerously awkward ball, though, for ECRC. Loyboy, though, just going to sort of slowly play this. They're wasting the time. They're wasting ECRC's time, which they do not have much of. As we go down to 1 minute, Rydog very likely ending this game with Timbers Army in the front. It will take a miracle, a possible miracle, but a miracle to come back from this one.
Absolutely, and because of that, I think I'm going to have to call it a little early. Game, set, and match for Timbers Army. They have looked incredible in their 3v3 games right here. I mean, nothing much is going to change. They've been the better teams throughout, outside of Snow Day. Timbers Army are going to be going into the lower quarterfinal. And now they sealed the deal. Lord Boy bringing out another clip yet again off of the ceiling, getting to the backboard ricochet. And now it's definitely game, set, match.
Lloyd Boy is going to be all over SGL clips tonight. He's going to be plastered all over it. He's going to have like 5 or 6 shots in there.
We shall see. There's been a lot of good action from all of our matches tonight.
Yeah. Ooh.
God, you know what's crazy, Andrea? We saw Timbers Army try to clip against El Matador in their final game, and now we're seeing it for Timbers Army right here. Now they're trying to clip against ECRC. I don't know about you, but this must be disheartening for ECRC.
Yeah, it's always disheartening. I mean, any loss is disheartening. You put so much effort into it, and you feel like you do some crazy shit. I mean, that Gojo goal, that's intense effort. As Lloyd Boy going for another, and Piglet just off the rebound gets the simple shot. And this one's over. 8 seconds, 5-0. Good night.
That stall after the musty is insane. And I thought he was actually going to redirect it into the net. Doesn't get it on target, but Piglet is there. And, well, Gojo says, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. So it's a 3v2 for the final few seconds. Not often you see someone quit early, but Gojo says, you know what? I think it's over. I'm just going to go home, go to bed. And there you go. Timbers Army go into the lower quarterfinal. Emerald City RC go home.
Yep. And that's the game. Lloyd Boy says, Merry Christmas. Who ironically is not here because that's not his team.
Yeah, seriously. We've had a bunch of close games today, Andrea. It's just
what a night in SGL.
Yeah, seriously.
Rebellion sweeps Steel Army. 7-game series, or EC Defiance, or EC, I can't remember my own team's name. EC Eternal versus FSD Azul. We get a sweep from EC. We get a sweep from Timbers, or not Timbers Army. We get to sweep from EC Defiance, and then a 4-1 with some crazy, looking like it might be a comeback for a second from Timbers Army. We had everything tonight.
We really did. It's kind of surprising that we've had 2 sweeps and 1 near sweep. At least EC Eternal and FSD Azul gave us an incredible matchup. And interestingly, both Frontera teams gave us like the best matchups in this round of the cup. Frontera Chrome beating KC Cauldron 4-2, and of course your matchup against Frontera Azul going to game 7.
Yeah, and we'll look out for us in losers bracket. We're gonna a cup is I think what we want to win because it's what we have the best shot in, and it's what we've really enjoyed cup. All right. Are we going to have interviews?
Yes, we are. We have 2 lined up so far. We're going to start off with Timbers Army, and we are going to be bringing in Rydog very, very soon. And there he is, Rydog. What a match. What a win for Timbers Army. You guys looked unstoppable out there. And this is a winner go-home game as well. How do you feel about seeing off ECRC, your Cascadia rivals, in convincing fashion?
Yeah, every Cascadia Derby match is one we circle, doesn't matter what format. And so, yeah, obviously that one feels good. I think the stakes are just raised just every time we play them. I think part of that obviously is due to the Cascadia rivalry, but part of that is just due to like how we've done against them historically. I think they super had the edge on us in our first few seasons. But we're starting to tip the scales back in our favor, for sure. And so yeah, we're all super stoked.
I mean, it's
so looking.
Sorry, go ahead.
looking convincing. You're up 3-0. You go to Snow Day, you go down, and it's looking like, okay, we're gonna come back, and then Gojo with an insane clip. What do you think in the game after that? Like, is this reverse sweep fear, or are you still just chilling?
I don't think after one game, I don't think we feel like that. I think after maybe 2 to 2.5, we would start to be like, oh crap, because that's like obviously Rocket League's just such a momentum game, and that's why we were able to go up 3-0 pretty quickly. I feel like was just we won game one and just played really well and just kind of kept the vibes going. So I don't think we were worried after game one, but definitely like if they definitely like snuck a winning game that next game to win their second game like. And then started playing well in that game after that, game 6. Like I'd start to get a little nervous, but never got to that point.
So, Rydog, you guys are starting to look really formidable. Piglet in particular has really stepped up big time and is becoming a key part of the team. We saw him really turn up big time against El Matador. Now he's doing it against Emerald City RC. Honestly, what's your strongest trio at this point? Because it's hard to tell.
It's not me. I'm not in the strongest three, and I know that. And it's King Kyle, man. It's funny because, and he'll even say this too, that he doesn't play the game like as much anymore. And honestly, so do I. Like I just don't have the time, I feel like, to play as much as I want to. But and I don't know if it's just like what's that like old saying, like you just don't play the game enough and you just actually come back and you're just actually insane. So that's Kyle, man. He's so good. He's the king. We got to bow down to the king. Yeah, he's been great for 2 weeks. Obviously, I wasn't there for the EM match. I was listening to it in the car and on my way back home, and all I heard was, "Oh, Piglet scored! Oh, Piglet scored!" And obviously, I love that. And this, obviously, these games too. Like, it didn't matter if it was 3v3 in extra mode. He was insane. Obviously, he carried in that Rumble game. It's funny because him and I were going back and forth of like, oh, do you want to play Rumble? Like, do you want to play Rumble? And I was like, no, you do it. And I'm so glad I did. That might have been the reason why we won that series was that decision right there because he's insane.
Okay, I have a question. So you guys are, and I don't want to glaze a timber too much, but you guys are the team to beat in SGL Premier. How do you stay humbled and just focus on the next game?
Just having fun. Like the vibes are so good, and especially with the cup too. Like we had said like before the season, like we don't care how we do in the cup. We obviously won last year, so it's not our main focus. I'd say league is definitely our main focus. But we're just here to have fun. And so like if you guys are in the Discord call with us, like the vibes are super high. Like we were just kind of joking around and stuff. And then that just like carried over into the series. Obviously with the slight lock in of just like, okay, now these games actually matter instead of our warm up games. But yeah, like it's just the vibes are higher, and even in the league matches too. Like it's just when you're having fun, you play better, and when you kind of lower your expectations a little bit, you actually end up exceeding them, and obviously get more wins. So, yeah.
Very well said, and that's absolutely the right approach to take as well. Now, you guys did get set back. You went into the lower bracket after your first round, but you guys came up strong against Emerald City RC. Are you guys potentially going to make a push for the cup all the way, or are you still going to just try not take it as... I don't know how to say this, but are you guys going to take it against one match at a time, or are you setting your sights for success?
I mean, a little bit of both, right? But I think it's more leaning towards just one match at a time. Like I said, we're just going to go and have fun and play the extra modes, like I said before, and we're going to try and avoid like 2v2 as much as we can, because like it's just 2v2. Like we want to play the extra modes. This is a chance for to play the extra modes, and we're gonna try and avoid hoops as much as we can. Obviously, if it comes down to the end of the series and that's the only one to pick, we'll pick that. But we want people on the field, and we want to play the extra modes. So obviously that's Rumble, Drop Shot, and Snow Day. So big shout out to ECRC too for picking Snow Day. We were I don't know if the chat was showing up on stream, but we were telling them like, oh, pick Snow Day, it's Christmas, all that stuff, and they did. So shout out to them. Obviously, I don't know if that. Obviously, they won that game, so it ended up in their favor. But yeah, big shout out to them.
That's good. That's just I love to hear that, honestly, and it gave us probably one of the best goals of the week. I mean, you guys had some amazing goals. Especially Lloyd Boy had some clips, for sure.
I mean, yeah, he's insane, and obviously Gojo, that one at the end on Snow Day, I'm sure I'll be reacting to that on the podcast next week. But it was an insane shot. Like, obviously, I was caught in two minds of, like, do I go and, like, push him, or do I just sit net? And I chose to go out way too late, and he said, thank you very much. I'll just, scoop it kind of right over my head. So it was an insane shot, but well, fortunately, it wasn't enough because we obviously know how good they are, especially Gojo, like just clipping on people when you give him boost in space. And I think whatever iteration that they put out this season just feels different, like to where they're able to get their players in more dangerous positions. And so obviously for us, that's concerning, but we were able to weather the storm today.
So in a couple weeks, I think it's FSD Chrome. Am I correct about that? Winners final?
We're in the losers bracket. We played KC. I think.
Okay, KC. Sorry about that, but
No,
you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think so. I think KC's very similar to an ECRC, to where you can't take them lightly at all. You can't look at their results this season and think that they're just going to be a cakewalk. They've had some unfortunate results happen. The thing is with KC, and I said it when I was commentating their match the other day against Chrome, is they just have a few little mistakes that end up being capitalized on, and that's what's causing them to lose games. And so I guess for us, like, obviously we want to capitalize on those mistakes and recognize those mistakes and then capitalize on them. But we're not going to take them lightly. Like, obviously on paper, they're an insane team, no matter what, like, trio they put out or duo they put out. So, but like I said, we're just taking it one game at a time. So, if we sweep them 4-0, great. If we game 7 OT win, great. If we get killed by them, great. It is what it is. As long as the vibes are high, we're happy.
There you go. So Rydog, gonna have to end this interview right here. Floor is yours, bro. Give your shout outs, say your thing, say what you need to say. Floor is yours now.
Yeah, shout out you guys for streaming. Maz, I know it's been a long day for you. Lots of Rocket League going on tonight, so shout out you guys, especially Andrea in the booth doing some commentary. So it's awesome stuff. Shout out my team. Obviously, they're insane. Super special shout out to Piglet for the carry and Rumble, like actually insane. And then of course, I know some of you guys were in chat interacting. My mom was in chat, so obviously shout out my mom for tuning in, and everybody for cheering with her. We joke and say she's our first fan, so we love her obviously. So very, very nice.
Yeah, I noticed that Mom Reese is mad at you. Mad you didn't say hi to him. I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah. Well, she said hi to everybody. She said hi to Kyle in chat and not Reese. So Reese or Debit or something in chat, and she didn't say hi to Reese. So it's okay. But yeah. So gosh, who else do I have to shout out? No, that's pretty much it. My teammates are insane. Also, I'm calling out Kyle for not doing the interview. He was supposed to do it, but he just gets scared. So it is what it is.
Fair.
And of course, shout out to ECRC. They're an insane team. It doesn't matter if they, like, what iteration they put out, what team they're playing, what format it is. They're an insane team. So you can't sleep on those guys either. So.
There you go. Rydog, thank you very much for the interview. Congrats on your win. And we'll catch you next time. Have a good night. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Andrea, it is taking a bit of time right now. We are gonna have to go through a good few interviews, so let's jump right into the next one. He is in here already. Let's welcome on in Toad Death. Toad, my commiserations. That was a rough loss, and with that, you guys are knocked out of the cup. I mean, I'm sure you guys wanted to stay in the tournament for longer, right? So, how are you guys feeling after this disappointing loss?
Yeah, welcome to myself. It's been fine. We went into it. We heard that Timbers were kind of trying to take it easy and have fun. So we were like, all right, I guess it's the cup. We'll try to have fun too. So we didn't take ourselves too seriously. We saw the fridge car come out a couple times. But we didn't really have any subs, so it was just us the whole time. But that was fine. So I'm not too disappointed. I prefer league matches, but yeah, I mean, I'd rather have gone further. But
yeah,
that's where it is.
I saw that. I saw that in. I think I accidentally kind of leaked your team comp before we knew because I was looking at the Sounders Rocket League Discord. But do you get a little bit more exhausted 7-game series? Just not having any subs whatsoever.
No. Just cause it's a video game is the only reason why, and I'm not breathing too heavy.
That is fair.
So, Toad, did you guys just have your trio available only, or did you have the potential to make some subs tonight?
It was just us 3 tonight. If we had played, I think it was last night, we would have had more. But between the 2 nights, this one was just us 3. So
fair. Now, you guys got knocked out early after 2 straight losses. I believe this happened last season as well. Is there just something about the cup that makes it difficult for you guys to progress far? Like, or is it just...
Yeah, it's Lord Boy.
Yeah. Not wrong about that.
Loy Boy is a menace. I'm very happy that I don't have to face that guy. He's a hard one.
True.
And with that said, you guys still had some good moments. I mean, Gojo was popping off. He really popped off in that Snow Day game as well. Is there something you guys can take out of this matchup that you can carry on into your league campaign and potentially go for the league title?
Well, that goal came in Snow Day, so not too much. I think the thing to carry on was that we just need to get in the game more. I didn't play like at all over Thanksgiving, so I was coming in pretty cold. I don't think Gojo played too much until today, so we didn't really have enough time to mesh as a team, and we keep rotating around a bit, so we'll try to find a consistent lineup and run with that. But I don't know, it's hard. People are busy. I have like adult stuff to do sometimes, so
that's life.
I don't have much time to play Rocket League anymore.
That is fair. Do you guys play a few games before you enter the SGO match, or you just show up around the time and just
we
get
usually
going?
try to play a few. Today we actually got to play a while, so
yeah,
we actually got to warm up. But this season we've had an unusually short warm-ups, just the way schedules are working.
Yeah, that's fair. I work as well. I think most of us, we're adults. We work. We don't have like unlimited time to play Rocket League, but yeah, that's fair. I'm out of questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here basically. Toe Death, floor is yours. Say whatever you need to say. Give your shout outs. Go on ahead.
Shout out to Utopia. Shout out to Gojo. Shout out to Smashly. And then shout out to the Sounders Rocket League server as a whole. I think that's it.
Nice.
I think that covers it. Shout out Debit. That's it.
Yeah. Debit definitely for keeping it so that we can at least show the other match on our picture-in-picture and not let that go completely to waste.
He's the guy.
There you have it. Thank you very much, Toad. Again, my commiserations, but you guys still have a lot of time in the league campaign to bounce back and push for the title. Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.